This video will demonstrate how to introduce the bed skill to a puppy. So I've got my dog's bed on the left side of the frame. It's a folded blanket. I lead my puppy over to the spot. When his feet touch that spot, I say yes, and then I lure him into a down position, and I reward him for being on that bed. I can reward him on the bed itself, or I can hand him the treats. If I reward my dog on the bed itself, that makes the bed more reinforcing, and then my dog is going to want to stay on it more, which you can see sometimes throughout this video. My dog does not want to get up off the bed, and that is because he is being heavily rewarded for staying on it. I lead him over. As soon as his feet touch the bed, I say yes, I lure him into a down, and then I reward him. I'm not giving him the cue to start out because I want to see that he can do the behavior first. And the final behavior of this would be me standing at a distance saying bed, and then my dog going to the designated spot. But this is how we introduce it, where I make it very clear to my dog that this is the spot that I want you to go to when I say this word, and you will get rewarded. Bed. I walk over with him, his feet touch the bed, I say yes, and then I lure him into a down and I reward. My reward is a little farther away from the bed itself. You can start with the treats closer. See, I move my treats closer so that it's easier and I don't have to leave my dog for a long period of time. When you're ready for the dog to get up, you can say free or let's go. That lets them know that you are ready for them to move. Bed. And after I do a couple repetitions where I see that my dog has gotten the skill, then I can start adding the cue in, and the cue is bed. If I need to, I can reward my dog more frequently so I can increase duration of my dog staying down on the bed itself. Remember to give your dogs breaks when you are training with them so that you're not overworking them. Puppies do best in short sessions with frequent breaks. Because my dog tried to jump on me, I do some puppy push-ups with him where I make him go from a down into a sit. Bed. I say bed. I lead him over to the space. As soon as his feet touch it, I say yes, and then I lure him into the down. And you'll notice that my hand is not going all the way to the floor with that lure for down. So I'm starting to fade out the need for my hand to go all the way to the floor for my dog to understand that down means lay down. Repositioning my dog. I give the cue. My dog goes over to the bed. And this time I wait to see if he'll lay down on his own. He didn't, so I gave him a cue. And that cue was me lowering my hand down, not giving the verbal cue of down. So the only verbal cue that I'm giving my dog is bed. I am not giving him a verbal cue for down. Again, taking another quick break. I give the cue. I walk over with my dog. I waited to see if he would do anything on his own again. He didn't. So I gave him that hand signal so that he would lay down. Free. Come here. I call him off the bed. You can use anything as the bed. You could use a towel, you could use a yoga mat, as long as it's consistent. Yes. Now I'm rewarding my dog for seeing the cat, but not going after her. This is an important skill. I want my dog to pay attention to me and not the cat. He goes onto the bed. I wait to see if he'll do something on his own. He offers me a sit, and then I help him into a down. So we're getting closer because he offered a sit that time instead of staying standing.
Let's go. Good boy. Bed.
I give the cue, we walk over. I say yes when his feet touch the bed. He went into a sit more quickly that time, still not going into a down on his own, but my hand signal is becoming less and less. So that tells me he's starting to get the idea of this. I also reward my cat because I want her to have a good time when she's near my dog. And sometimes my dog picks on her, so I want to reward her when things are going well. We are going to do another repetition. I give the cue, I walk over, my dog stepped onto the bed. Now I'm waiting a little bit longer to see if he'll offer me something else. He offered me a sit, that's nice, I help him into a down. As long as my dog is still paying attention to me, it's okay to wait a couple seconds to see if they will finish the behavior on their own. If your foster puppy gets onto the bed, you try to wait, but then they lose interest and they move away from you, take out the waiting. They're not ready to finish the behavior on their own. We come over and he offers me the full behavior by himself. I reward him for that. I'm going to give him a lot of treats for that. And then I'm going to end the session so that it ends on the correct behavior. He did the full thing by himself. I said bed, I walked with him, and he laid down on his own. So I'm going to end there.